Hello, I'm Joseph Giunta, the music director and conductor of the Des Moines Symphony and Academy, and I would like to invite you to our Ritual Fire Dance concert coming up soon on November 18th and 19th at the Civic Center in Brigham, Des Moines. The first piece on this program that we'll play for you is by Maurice Ravel, the wonderful French impressionistic composer. Ravel is the kind of composer whose music just engages you and encompasses all of our spirit. He wrote great pieces like Bolero and Daphnis and Chloe, and even La Valse, which we're going to do for you later in the season. But this piece is particularly exotic with his very specific Basque kind of rhythms. The music opens with violin pizzicatos and seguedilla rhythms that we often hear in Spanish music, and wonderful little rhythmic ditties from the harp that just sort of set this wonderful Spanish scene. The second part of it is kind of a lyric bassoon solo that is the voice of the jester, and you could tell that it's a little off-kilter, a little bit comical, and then of course we get back to the dance once again. One of the great things about this piece, and all music by Maurice Ravel, is his brilliant orchestration. In this piece that we're going to play for you, there's one point where the strings are divided into 24 parts. Now they're usually divided into 5 parts, so you've got 24 different parts playing, and of course some kinds of exotic percussion, crotales, and the Basque drum, and castanets. It's a wonderful piece of music, and it's a great way to start a program. The next work that we'll play for you is a wonderful guitar concerto by Rodrigo. It's a wonderful piece that was inspired early in his life. He married Victoria and they settled in Madrid, and he loved to take these wonderful day trips, train trips or automobile trips to little towns around Madrid, and one of them was a town called Aranjuez. Rodrigo, in a letter that he wrote about 3 years after the piece was written, says that the inspiration came when he was sitting in the Latin Quarter in Paris, and he heard this wonderful theme at a distance, and he wrote it down quickly, and that became the theme of the second movement. And then as soon as that was over, once again, he heard another theme, and that was the theme of the third movement. These two themes were written down by him unedited, and they're played exactly the way he heard them first in his head many years ago. It's a wonderful piece of music, one of the few guitar concertos that we have. It's certainly a big part of our repertoire. And Mr. De La Paz is the guitarist for the Sudi Flamenco Dance Company. I heard him in Aspen last summer, and he's a wonderful virtuoso, and I know you'll enjoy this piece. Coming up with a common theme for a season is always challenging and kind of exciting for me as a music director. You always try to find pieces that connect with each other. The season that we're in right now is our Music in Motion season, which is based on music inspired by the dance. The real inspiration came a couple summers ago when I was at the Aspen Music Festival and heard this very, very unique dance company, the Sudi Flamenco Dance Company. She is a remarkable artist, has virtually done work all over the world. I heard this piece by Manuel de Falla called El Barbudo, Loved Magician, in Aspen, and I knew this piece primarily from the Ritual Fire Dance, but in this case I was able to hear the entire 40-minute ballet and actually see these dancers and what she did with it. I've never seen anything like it. This is one of the most remarkable and memorable experiences of my career, and I know that our audiences in Des Moines will really love this. The piece is very, very interesting to me. It's a wonderful story about a young gypsy woman named Candelas, and the music is exotic and intoxicating. It includes a beautiful song with a broken heart. Of course, I mentioned the Ritual Fire Dance, the Dance of Terror, which is absolutely exciting and frightening, and the Dance of the Game of Love, which I think is really wonderful. At the very end of the piece, there's these wonderful chimes that happen. It signifies the dawn of a new day. It's a glorious piece of music. The lighting will be superb, the costumes are terrific, and it's an experience that not only is exciting for us musically, but I think visually will really, really captivate your attention, and I know you'll enjoy it. Join us November 18th and 19th for Ritual Fire Dance with the Sudi Flamenco Dance Company and the great Des Moines Symphony.